of New Jersey. Welcome to our first Tech Talks. We're excited to be a part of this new group. It's our plan to host this group once a month, covering different topics. So we do encourage you to join the VLANJ Tech Talk Facebook page. This page is exclusive to those who are participating in the Tech Talks. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our instructors that are going to host Tech Talks. Christina Brino.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
And Suzanne Seitzma.
Hi there.
Tonight's Tech Talk, all about Zoom. So I just want to let everyone know that this session is being recorded. I'm going to turn it over to Suzanne.
Hi there. When you have any questions, please raise your hand or open up your chat box if you know how. I will go over that. I'm teaching the part for the iPad and the iPhone, and Christina will take care of the computer part of Zoom. So first of all, one of the things that you need to do, of course, is to download the app on the iPad or the iPhone. So the first thing you would do is open your app store. And then the second thing you would do is find the search button by flicking around. Then you would double tap on that search button and then type in Zoom Cloud and then flick until you hear the Zoom Club box. I guess that's what I think it is. And flick until you hear Get. Once you hit the Get button, it'll download it to your home page. Once you're on your home page and you open up the Zoom app, there's you can sign up. It is free to sign up at first, and as long as you want, it can be free. You can have as many Zoom talks or chats that you want, and I'm sorry, my voiceover just started talking and I lost my train of thought. So I was talking about signing up. So there's a free one, and it's 40 minutes. You only get 40 minutes, so they'll take you off if you are more than 40 minutes. However, there is a program. There is a program, and I believe it starts at $15 a month. If you pay for the year, I believe it's cheaper, like $149. Christina could tell you a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is, the pro account could be $149, and they have a special. You can pay $30 off if you, and they giving a deal on it, and I did get the pro account.
Thank you, Christina. So when you sign up, you have to fill out all the fields. So those are text fields. So each field where it says name, you would double tap on, and last name, and your email, and all the other particulars that they ask for. So we just flick through those fields. And then I'll talk about the tabs that are on the page as a participant. So on the phone, these tabs are down on the bottom of the page. On the iPad, they're up on the top. So the first one, if you flick to the right, will be to mute yourself and also unmute yourself, but please don't do that right now. The next one is the video. So you can turn that on anytime you want. The next one is to share context. And I guess you could share that with other people. I've never tried it myself as a participant, only as a host. The next one is who are the participants? That's the next button that you would double tap on if you wanted to see who were participating in the meeting that you were having. And the last one there is more. Under more is important stuff. There is where you would raise your hand. Also, there's, I think, clapping and thumbs up. However, if you are visually impaired and using JAWS or VoiceOver, it's visual, so you wouldn't, the host, if the host is visually impaired, she wouldn't see it if you clapped or said, put up a thumbs up. But the hand raising is important, and also the chat is in there. So if you double tap on chat, a chat window opens up and you can type in your question or comment that you want to do. We will answer any questions at the end of our talks, and Linda or Elsa are going to tell which one they'll unmute and allow you to either ask the question verbally or put it in the chat. Now, if you are hosting a Zoom class, some of the tabs are a new meeting, like if you wanted to instantaneously start a new meeting yourself, and you just called up somebody and you sent them the link. Oh, one area that I forgot to say as a participant, when you are invited to a Zoom meeting, you'll get a link. It'll say join meeting link, and it'll say HTTP blah, blah, blah. And you would just double tap on that, and it'll either go to Safari, and then it'll ask you if you want to open it on the Zoom app. And you say, yes, you want to open it on the Zoom app, and it automatically opens. Then you're put in a waiting room, and the host will take you out of the waiting room as the meeting starts. So back to the host. So the first thing is, the first button you would double tap on if you want to just start a new meeting. Second one is to join a meeting, so you can automatically join a meeting. And the next one is schedule. So if you wanted to schedule a meeting for anybody, you would go there, and it'll give you today's date and like an hour from then. So there's a picker item, and if you are a VoiceOver user, you have to flick up and down to get to the date and the time that you want the meeting to start and the date that you want it to start. So those are pickers. The next thing is share screen. So as a host, you can share your screen. So let's say I had a document that I wanted to show you. I could share my screen and show the document to you. If I was on a computer, I could actually share the audio, and then you would hear all the JAWS commands, plus JAWS would read the document. However, I'm not on the computer. VoiceOver will read the document also, but you would also hear all my clicks and flicks. So I'm more comfortable doing it on the computer than on the pad or the phone for screen sharing. The next thing is to find people. So if you put your contacts to Zoom, you can connect. Zoom will allow you to connect like your Gmail account or your Optimum account or whatever if you want to, or you could put certain people's names in, and that would be under meet, that would be under contacts if you wanted to put them in as a new contact. The other part is there's a meet and chat, which I think is an instant program where you can just type it in and you double tap on meet and chat and you could chat back and forth with someone. So that I believe that's just a chat box. I assume it's like, I've never done it myself, but I'm thinking it's like texting each other. And then the next one is contacts. I said that already. And the last one is settings. So in settings, which is really important to know if you are the host, is you would double tap on that.
What?
What's not correct? The chat part? It may not be because I've never done it.
It's if somebody you want to connect with them right away, you can let them know, and they can, you don't have to go through the trouble of setting up a whole meeting.
So could you just do just instantaneously?
You can instantly connect with them. But I mean,
Is it different
you
from
should alert
July?
them that it's going to happen. It's not like,
Yeah, you'd have to
texting
alert
them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not used. I mean, I would never use it that much, but
No, I've never
some
used
people
it
do.
at all. Thank you. Thank you very much. The last one is settings. So in settings, you would double tap on that and you would get your name if you already signed up. And let's say you want to sign out, you would double tap on your name and flick to the right and it has all your personal information if you want to give Zoom that information. I have not done that. And at the end, if you keep flicking to the right, you'll get sign out. And I do use sign out because sometimes if I'm the host for Vision Loss Alliance, I have to sign into their account. The other parts of settings are all different options of how you want the meeting to run. You can mute on entry, you can do other things that options of muting everyone, turning your just your settings for how you want the meeting to run. It's more intensive in the computer than on the iPad or iPhone. And that's it for me. If you have any questions, please either raise your hand or chat. No questions?
Any questions?
Then
Okay,
you did a
Christina,
very
you're
thorough
on.
job, Suzanne.
I'm sorry, I was muted. This is Elsa. Matt Graves had raised his hand.
Yes.
Oh, Matt.
How can you
Yes.
change your avatar?
What?
What did you say, Matt?
How can you change your avatar?
I think you
How
go
can you
into
paint your avatar?
the account
You-
settings.
In the account settings, you can give them a picture if you want, instead of having the avatar of the, I don't know what it looks like, Matt, so can't tell you. But
Okay.
whatever it looks like,
Okay, my YouTube is going to have avatars, that's all.
well, did you sign up for the Zoom?
Yes. I've been
Okay, so in settings, there's if you flick around there, it'll say add a picture and you can add that. Oh, also in settings, you could have a virtual background.
Oh, and
also.
one more thing. I didn't want to send a message. I had to go for like 300 messages with my group. Is there a way to get to the keyboard faster?
The keyboard, the virtual keyboard?
Yes, because I don't want to flick to it. I'm going for everyone's messages. See, my youth group has been,
You can use the two-finger double tap to dictate it. You won't hear what's being said if you chat and do that. But you can do a dictation if you want to. And then you just hit the send button.
thank you.
Otherwise, you
Lori,
have-
oh, sorry. go ahead.
Lori?
Mhm.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. I unmuted it. All right, thank you.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
Christina. How are you? How's everybody?
Good.
I was just gonna add, based on Matt's question, so that was good, that Suzanne covered the virtual background, the avatar picture, is not just the settings for the host, but as a participant, it's a good idea to just always set yourself up as muted and no video when you enter meetings, and then you can always
Right.
turn them on. That
Yes,
way you're assured for yourself that you're not adding background to anybody's meeting.
yes, you're right, Lori. Thank you.
I just wanted to
Anybody-
mention something about when you are going to a meeting on the phone, there is that you have to, in order to hear the audio for the meeting, you have to do internet call in order to get the sound.
And how do you do that, Christina?
When you are entering the meeting on the phone, they'll ask you, do you want to enter with audio, what is it called? Internet audio, and then you just double tap on that, and then you can hear everybody talking
Oh,
Kind
if
of
you
like-
type in the phone number on an iPhone,
on the iPhone.
yes.
It's an option.
Can anybody do it on a landline? And how would they do that? Because I know star 9 will mute them, but I don't know how the other part.
I think on the phone, *6 will mute them, and then they'll hear it on the phone.
On
the
a
regular
landline.
on the landline, but if you're using an iPhone, you have to hit, in order to get the sound, if it doesn't come up right away, sometimes it'll go right into the sound of the meeting, but if it doesn't, you need to select internet audio phone. I think that's what it's called, and double tap on it, and then you'll hear all the participants.
Mhm. Thank you, Christina. Any more questions?
If you get a link on your iPhone, you have Zoom, you can click on that link, and it should take you right into the meeting.
Yes, it
And
should.
sometimes if there's a password, it'll also put that in for you.
Yes, it
And
will.
yeah, and then you have to go. Sometimes it's to start my meeting with my audio unmuted or muted. I think you have to set that. I'm not sure. Do you know?
Yeah, you can mute on entry, or you can, ask everybody to mute if you want.
Right.
Matter of fact, we put mute on entry today. So yes, thank you.
To change your settings is under the General tab. In
I'm
settings.
sorry.
To change the settings like that is under the General tab in the settings of Zoom. So I have it set up that it mutes automatically when I join a meeting.
Are you using the iPad or iPhone, or are you using a computer?
At the moment, I'm using the phone, but that's another story. Less battery power hog.
Okay, the General is
Oh, that's on the iPhone. Like when you go into settings, it's in General.
right. Yes.
But
yes.
I would imagine it's
That's
the
one
same
of the
thing under
options in
iPad.
settings is General. Yeah. Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Cool. Christina, take it away.
Your part, Christina?
Yes?
Christina, we'll move on to learn all about Zoom with the JAWS keyboard using a computer, desktop or
Thank you.
laptop.
Thank you, Linda. Hi, everybody. I've been using Zoom way before all this keeping social distancing even started, and I absolutely love it. It's very accessible. One of the things that you can get to make Zoom work better if you're using a screen reader, I'm using JAWS, is the proscripts that you can get from Brian Harchin, and you just download them. It makes the Zoom work a little bit more user friendly. I'm going to go through the screen on the desktop on the Zoom app here. So we have the invite button, mute. If you want to mute somebody or mute yourself or unmute yourself, Alt M is to mute. It's a toggle. And to unmute yourself, you would just hit Alt M again to unmute yourself.
Christina,
Yes.
Alt M mutes everybody, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Alt A is for
Yes.
individual muting, and then it's a
Yes.
toggle, just like Alt M is for everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just looking here. Oh, there's an input here. I'm going through the screen by tabbing. So there's an input field here. So if you want to find a participant, you can type their name into this edit box here. Now I back here, and it says the VLA host. And I'm back to invite, but I'm gonna escape for a second because I don't think I'm getting everything. Also, another way to go through the windows with JAWS is F6, and it navigates you through the different windows. So I'm gonna see. I'm on Open Chat Panel. Now the shortcut to open the chat panel in order to make a message is Alt H, which I'm just going to do here, and it's going to put me right into the edit box. You can, in the chat here, I can make a chat to everybody, which I'm going to do just to demonstrate it quickly, and you can send a private chat to somebody, and what you do is you tab over, and I'm in a list box. In order, let's say I wanted to send Suzanne a private chat, I would down arrow to her name, and then I would tab over to the edit box, type her message, and to send it, you just hit the enter key. So I'm just typing a message, and I'm gonna send it to everybody so you can just see. So you all should get that in your chat window. When Suzanne was talking about the iPhone app with the Zoom, you know, you're basically swiping to get to the different options. With the computer and using JAWS, there's keystrokes. For raising your hand, it's Alt Y. And to unraise your hand, that's also a toggle, and that would be Alt Y again. You can also share the screen, and the command to share the screen with the computer is Alt S. And I'm going to show you, Suzanne mentioned how with the computer you can share your audio. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that. On tabbing over, so I tabbed over and I said share my audio. So it's a checkbox. So I'm just going to hit spacebar to check it. And I'm going to share my screen. So once I do this, you're going to hear my screen. And
Add text type message here. Edit type and text. Meeting control.
Can you hear it, Suzanne?
Yes,
Mute.
yes.
Currently unmuted.
So all you can probably hear it. So to get out of the share, I do Alt S.
Alt S.
So that's another toggle.
I don't know if I got out of it.
You're out.
Thank you. It's nice having that you can see a little bit so you can tell me. Suzanne talked about the scheduling a meeting with the computer. Is tabbing over to the different fields. With the app on the phone, you're swiping up with the dates and the times and an invite for a meeting, scheduling a meeting in advance. It's a drop-down box, and you're scrolling down with the arrow keys up and down to get to the dates and the times, and then you schedule it. Once you schedule the meeting, you can invite the people. What I prefer doing is that you can go in and schedule a meeting. You go to meetings and then you tap on meetings, and it gives you an option to copy the meeting invitation. So you would just get on copy invitation and just hit space bar. Thanks, Mike. Mike just put in the chat a website for Brian Harchin. So you would go to the copy and you just hit space bar, and it will actually copy the meeting invitation to the clipboard. And then what you do is you just go into your email program, if you're using Outlook or whatever program you're using, open a new message, go into the message, and then in the body of the message, just use Control V to paste the invitation into the email, and then the link is there. So then when a person wants to attend that meeting, they just have to click on that link and it will bring them right to the meeting, which I like better. I sometimes find if you're doing the invite, I have a problem selecting the people for some reason, and I just find it easier just to copy the invitation and paste it into a body of an email.
And that's Control V as in Victor.
Yeah. I'm just going through this here. There's a reaction that you can do with chats. It's a button, so I'm gonna hit enter. We were playing around with this. We won't know what person's doing. A sighted person will do it. See, and like some of the options would be clap. Now thumbs up, I'm gonna hit it, but I don't think you guys are gonna see it. Maybe people have some vision will be able to see it. So I just hit it. I'm not seeing it.
I'm not either. I can't hear it or anything.
But I'm sure like Linda and Elsa can see it, right? Do you guys see it?
I see it. I saw it was, and you just heard a little click, and it was a little thumbs up in the corner of your little world there, Zoom world.
I want to show you too. I want to go into the participants panel. We did the chat panel. In order to get to the participants panel, the command is Alt-U. So right now we have 14 participants, and in order to see the participant and who's attending, I'm going to use my tab key. Oh, I just tabbed, and it says more options to manage participants. I'll go through that in a second, but I just want to. Okay, it's a drop-down list, and if you take your arrow keys and go down, you're going to see the person, if they're muted, if their video is on or off, and if you want to have more options, I'm hitting spacebar to open the options. You can merge the meeting. raised hand. These are, you can do this in more options if you want. Okay, the reactions. Then you have, I'm doing all this through tabbing to get through the different controls. Then you have the leave meeting. Also, if you want to leave a meeting, you can do Alt F4 and it will prompt you to leave the meeting. I'll say, do you want to leave the meeting? And you could say yes or no, whatever, you know, what you want to do. Just want to mention with settings, some of the settings you can do from the computer, from the Zoom app, but some of the settings you can control by going to zoom.us and to do other settings through that part of it. There's the meeting information here. I'm going to hit spacebar on that. It says Tech Talk. And then I give the meeting ID, the host. Oh, and the URL is right there. So I bet you can select this here and copy it from here if you wanted to, and then paste it into an email. Oh, and it has copy URL. It says participants. And to get out of that, I just hit escape. I'm going to just do F6 to go through different windows just to see. I don't want to miss anything. You can tab and hit enter on these too instead of doing the commands. I like doing the commands because they're quicker. And then I'm back to my chat. If you're on a landline phone and you want to raise your hand, that is *9 to do. So they have more chat options. I'm just going to hit spacebar on that. Let's see what we have here. You can save the chat, but I think I never did this with the save the chat as a participant because I'm not the host right now. So it says it. So it's not saying not available. So I'm just going to hit it and see what happens. I don't know if it did it. So,
We just have to figure out where it saves it to.
yeah, I don't know. I was just playing around with it. To invite, I think the command is, I'm going to try it. I think it's Alt-I.
Yes.
Yep, Alt-I. You can also use Alt-I to invite a person to a meeting. All these shortcut commands and the outlines for today, what we discussed, is going to be on the Tech Talk Facebook page. So you can go back and go over if you have any questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Does anyone want to practice that raise your hand feature?
If they're on the computer or on the iPad?
You can do either, you know, whatever. If you're on the landline, *9, Alt-Y if you're on a computer, and then go to, isn't it more options, Suzanne, for raise hand? On the iPhone?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Well,
Oh. I'm sorry.
Okay, Michael
Go ahead.
raised.
I was
Go ahead,
just
Michael.
practicing.
Good.
I just
You're
wanted
you're
I was
practicing?
practicing, yes. I was
Yes.
doing my homework, which I never
Oh, Michael.
Michael, you're a good student.
I see Michael, Lori, and Suzanne.
Mike has taken Zoom too. We're reading the Jonathan Mosen book, which is another great, if you want to learn about Zoom, Jonathan Mosen wrote a book, and now it is
Okay.
free, And we can post that link on the Facebook page, but Mike's been reading it. So if you have anything that you want to add, feel free.
I just want to say, if you get the book, it's helpful if you have your Zoom opened and listen to the book on either another screen or another device, so you can follow along, because he gets a little extensive. So, you know, some of the things he talks about in the menu are not, because I guess the book was written a few years ago. So sometimes things have changed. So don't panic if, you know, you hit an insert, or you hit a key and what he's saying isn't there. You know,
Right.
but it's
Also,
very helpful.
the screen sharing is different than what Jonathan Mosen wrote or audioed.
David wrote, FYI, the F6 by itself turns off sound on my computer equipped with JFW, I guess JAWS Fusion 2020.
Also, what you can do to turn off the speech is do the JAWS insert command, which on the laptop is the caps lock, or insert spacebar. You'll hear a little click, and then you hit S, and it will stop your speech, and then you hit, it's a toggle, and you do the same thing, and you can get your speech back. The other thing, if you want to...
Christina, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but he's saying that when he hits the F6, instead of going through the windows, it's muting, it's turning his speech completely off.
Oh,
I don't know why that.
I don't know why
that would happen.
Yeah, I have no idea. No, I don't know why. Also, there's a way.
JTW JAWS?
Huh?
Is JTW JAWS?
T.
I think he's also using it. He's also using it with the video portion of JAWS. Is that correct? With the Zoom? I mean, with the what's that called?
Fusion?
The Fusion.
Probably, if it's using Fusion, yes, it's enlarged, but it shouldn't. F6 should still work, because I use Fusion, and F6 works. It doesn't turn my speech off.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why that is. You can disable and enable alerts. You know, when people are coming into a Zoom meeting, you hear everybody entering, and to toggle it off and on, it is the Alt and the Windows key and S. So it said alerts enabled, and then I'm going to hit it again, and it says alerts disabled.
And that's F Foxtrot?
It's S like in Sam.
Oh, Sam, okay.
Alt key and the Windows key together. You hold the three keys together. And when you do the speech command to turn the speech on and off on the computer, you do the JAWS key, which is the insert key, or if you're on a laptop, the caps lock and the space bar together. You'll hear the click, and then you hit the letter S, like in Sam.
It's Elsa. Debbie has a question.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Hi,
how are
Debbie.
you?
Good, thank you.
I just had a question. Is this personal preference, would you say? Or do you find an advantage between advantage of the computer or the iPhone and iPad or a telephone? Which
I think it's a personal preference.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
prefer the
thought.
computer because I think I can get to things quicker and faster than on the phone. In the beginning, I started with the phone, and then when I got more advanced with it, then I found out that I can do more things with tabbing and the shortcut keys and
related to that, between being a guest and a host, is there any advantage to one or the other?
The host, you have control over the meeting.
More on a computer?
I've not done a host on a phone, so I
Okay.
can't answer that. Have you done that, Suzanne?
Yes, and the options are what I already spoke about. I don't think it's much different. The only thing is that, when you open up the participants, you can mute and unmute them, or you can mute everyone. Those are all things that you can't do as a participant. As a host, you can do, and that is just one of the buttons on the top or the bottom, depending on if you're on the iPad or the iPhone. And you just open up that window by double tapping on participants as a host. And you can, like I said, you can unmute them or change them as a co-host or any of the other options that Christina is able to do on the computer. The computer, I think, now the settings on a website that I have not tried, the zoom.us, they may be a lot more detailed. I haven't tried that. I'm just feeling comfortable a little bit with the computer. I'm more comfortable with the pad and the iPhone.
Just wanted to say too, with using share on the phone, I was trying it today on the iPhone, and you have to do more steps in order to do the sharing, where you can just hit a command and on the computer and just tab over and select what you need to select. Where was it the phone, you had to download an app part, and it's only one time that you have to download the app, and then you have to mirror it and go into the control centers, and it doesn't do your voiceover, so somebody will not hear your voiceover when you're sharing the screen. It would work with sharing a video or something like that, whereas if you're using screen sharing on the computer, they can hear your speech synthesizer through the computer.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Debbie.
Anyone have
Are you going to talk about, as the host, you can also record the meeting?
Yes, we are recording this meeting.
Yes.
We did, we said
I'm
that.
sorry, I missed that part.
So we said it, the first thing that we're recording the meeting, and the meeting is going to be up on the Facebook page. So if people want to go back and review.
I did my homework, and now I was out of line in class again.
And with the recording, and you can get to it by tabbing over on the computer to record, and you can get it. Correct me if I'm right, or you can get an MP3 or an what's that, Euphora? Is that what it's called? The other format.
It's an M4A. It's basically the same thing, and you have to choose where you want your recordings stored. But I'll let you guys.
So you can store it in the cloud, or you can it's stored on your computer.
Yes.
So. And also there's an option where you can save your transcript of the meeting and have that available too.
Christina, do you want to talk a little bit about the Pro account and about the otter situation that you learned about?
Yeah, the Pro account, it's unlimited. I just got the Pro account because I was getting tired of the free account and being bounced out of it. So it's unlimited 24/7. You can have up to, I think 100 participants. The scripts work more so with the Pro account. I think anybody who does have a pro account, correct me. It works more with host options with the pro.
The
I don't know if
scripts really only work with the pro account.
Okay.
I like it because I don't have to be bounced out of a meeting and have to have people reconnect. So it makes it nice that way. The Otter Eye is I tried working on this today. It is an app that you have with Zoom, and what it does, it takes the recording of the meeting and transcribes it into a transcription for you. And I got as far as I downloaded the app, and they said start recording, and I started recording, and I wasn't doing anything, so I need to look at it more to see. They said that you can get 2 months free, and it's at 20 months, $20 per month. But the thing about it was, when I signed in and created an account, it said free. So I think you can get a free, I think it's 2 transcripts you're allowed a month with the free account, whereas the paid account is unlimited.
Oh gosh, we have to have a lot of money.
And also, I'll just mention that we were talking about Brian Harchin, and he is offering a class on Zoom, which is going to start May 18th. And I can put that information up on the Facebook page if everybody's interested. It's $65, but he will send you tutorials, and there's resources that you can get also.
Linda or Elsa, was there any chats that we need to address?
Let me look. I don't see anything here.
Okay, great.
Anyone with any questions?
Do you know if there's any way that we can, if somebody types something in the chat, that we can retain that? Because it seems to me that it goes away, and I'm not sure how to access the things that other people chat. I can only put my own words in and hit enter, and then
You
that's
have
it.
to shift, if you're using a computer, I think you have to shift tab up to it.
Tab over to the, and then you go down, and you can see right next to the person's name, the chat, the message that they put. I don't think you can select it and copy, because I tried to do that. I think the only way that you could is that if there was a transcript that was saved of the meeting, and then you could see all the chats.
So you go to the person's name, right?
Right.
Once you
Wait.
get there, it says so-and-so audio on,
Yeah.
camera off, whatever. And then what? And then tab or shift tab?
If you're on
Hold
the,
on, I'm
I'm pretty sure it's shift tab if you're in
Okay.
the, because the
I
edit
get
box is kind of on the bottom.
Yes.
So I think you have to shift tab.
Okay.
And then on the iPad, you would just have to touch the area of the chat.
I know sometimes I was using the phone one night, and I couldn't get all the options, for a meeting, and I hit more. And that
Right, more
opened
is
up
where,
other things for me.
yes, more is where a lot of the information is, and where the clap hands is, the thumbs up, your chat, your raising your hand. So minimize your screen, all those things are in more. Oh, Linda, I just saw.
Yes.
Wrote a chat that says, don't forget to look up on the Facebook page for the Tech Talk, Vision Loss Alliance Tech Talks.
Say that 3 times fast.
If they just search for the VLNJ Tech Talk, they'll just put it in the search and find it that way, right?
Yes.
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 Mike, with the chat, I was just looking down, and then when it came to your name, it had your chat right there.
When it came to my name, it had what I wrote.
Yeah,
Yes.
How did you get to what I wrote?
I tabbed. You had to be in chat. You had to be in chat.
Yes.
You had to tab over to the list box.
Yes.
Then you go down to who you're looking for, and then it was right there.
Just tab when I get to the person's name.
No, when you get to the drop down list, you tab over to the drop down list, and then you just
Oh.
go down to the person's name, and then right there it'll just say everything. It'll say that your computer unmuted, your video's on or off, and then your chat.
Okay. Thank you. That's great.
It's Elsa. Matthew has a question.
Yes, is there a way to control, because some of the when people were speaking, it's not on Google. Is there a way to control that?
It was on what, Matt?
It's on a Google. Some of the words that you were saying.
Oh, Gerbil?
Yeah, is there a way to control?
It could be if there's any background noises, maybe that could happen, or your connection.
All right.
Debbie had a question.
Thank you,
Deb.
Chris.
No problem.
Hi,
Matt.
guys. I was trying to look to answer Michael's question. When I went to chat, it says chat 1. I tapped on that and I heard Michael's question from earlier when he says, no, I don't believe that's true. So it's saved. Weren't you asking, Michael, if the chats get saved? Because it's there.
Oh, it stays on during the call, but I think
Yeah,
once the
then it
call
goes
ends, it
away.
gets erased.
Now,
Oh, okay.
Although,
Elsa, is there any way, since you're hosting, I wonder, you can save our chats,
Oh, I will investigate that.
because there should be an option save chat, so you probably
Oh.
can save it all. You
as
just
a
have to know
host.
where it's saved, because we're not sure where it's saved, but
Elsa, there's three.
We hear
El-
save chat, we don't see save chat.
Elsa, there's 3 little dots in the chat box. If you look around there, that you can click on, and then one of the options is save.
Oh, okay. I'll look.
Yeah, look right in the chat box.
Okay, thank you.
So everybody's a Zoom expert now, right?
Yeah.
so my suggestion is, if you want to learn more, check out our Facebook page, because we'll have stuff posted up there, but also to get Jonathan's book, which is free, or if you have $65 to take Brian Harchin's class on Zoom. And then also, I'm going over in my apps class. I teach an apps class on Thursdays, so we've done. My students know Zoom very well, right, guys?
Yes. No comment from the peanut factory.
Zoom is something that we just keep learning and learning so much more about every day.
So there's also too in Zoom, I don't know how it is. Do you see it on your phone, Suzanne? But I know on the computer, they'll tell you when there's updates, and then you just hit enter on it, and it gives you just like an updating on the phone. I'll tell you the what's in the app, the changes that are made, what they added to it.
I have updates automatically in the App Store.
Okay.
I turned on automatic updates, so I never see it actually on the app.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the
if you don't have it
computer,
turned on, it will just come up as an update, and then you just update it.
right. On the computer, it does come up and says, there's an update, and just hit it. Which reminds me, we just had a Fusion update yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes.
I didn't get an update for that. I updated my JAWS. There was a JAWS update the other day.
Do we have any other questions about the Zoom app?
I'm on my own name here, right? And I can't find my own chat. So what am I doing wrong?
You're in the chat box?
Yes,
So,
You on the phone or the computer?
I'm on the computer.
okay, so can you shift tab up to, and then arrow down?
Might be if he goes into everyone. Wait, hold on. I'm on your name. I don't see it. Yeah, you should, if you go to everyone, but I'm in,
How do I get to everyone? I just see all these names here.
yeah, no, I'm not seeing his chat, but I saw it before.
All right, I want my money back right now.
Are you in,
Unfortunately,
you're in
we're
chat, you're not in
free.
Oh, God.
participants, right? Wait, go
What
into
is,
participants.
I see the list, but I don't see a thing that says participants.
Alt U.
on your,
On the bottom, when you scroll to the, well, I don't know what device you're on, Michael, but
if you're on your computer, it's Alt U for participants.
you almost want to get where it says send to, and then there's everyone, or you could send to specific people.
But how do I see the chat?
If you're in participants, that's where I saw it. So if you hit, let me see.
Well, find your name and then tab and see if you can hear the chats. Find the chats.
Are you on a phone or on your computer?
I'm on my computer.
Okay, then that's a Christina has to answer that.
No, if you go into participants, because I just went into participants and I tabbed over and I saw your chat and I saw all the chats by everybody's name.
Christina, could you specifically say how you did that?
Okay. You know what? Should I share my sound?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I put when I tab, it just says more options.
And then spacebar on more options.
Okay.
Screen.
Now, do you hear my
Audio
device
setting.
now?
Stop my video.
Do you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go Alt U to get to participants. Okay.
Alt U, mute me button to activate. Raise hand button. Input search. VLANJ meeting host left. Debbie Azarin. Computer audio mute. Linda Grasu
I
left.
tabbed over and I'm in the list of all the people's names.
Suzanne Sitzma.
Going down to
Computer
your
audio
name.
and 184. Carol. David. Chris Marino. Lori DeMar. Matthew. Michael Morin. Computer audio muted. Video off. To move to an
Okay,
item, press the
so,
arrow
all right,
keys.
now it's not coming up there. I saw it.
Invite button to mute me button. Raise hand button. Input search keywords. Michael Morin. Computer audio muted. Video off. To
Okay,
move to a
not
night
doing it.
escape.
I'm gonna
Stop
do-
my video button. Escape.
I'm gonna go into chat. So I'm doing Alt H. Let's see.
Alt H. Zoom group chat.
Zoom group chat. I'm tabbing.
One new message button to activate. Press space bar.
Oh, I never said there's one new message. Let me see. I'm gonna hit spacebar on this one. See what it says.
Space button to activate. Press space bar. From Michael Morin to everyone. 7:11 p.m. No, I don't believe that is correct. To
So
move.
I tabbed
Here's the
over.
first one, Michael.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Good.
Okay.
And Debbie, when we get out of the jaws,
Alt F.
Christina, Debbie Azaron has a question.
Okay.
Someone have a question, Linda?
Debbie Azaron. Can you unmute yourself, Deb?
Hit your space bar. See if that unmutes you.
Okay, I should be unmuted.
You are.
My hand is still raised because when you guys were looking for his name, I wanted to tell you, don't look for the participant's name, look for chat.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
what I
already
did.
found
But I
that
was
out on
thinking,
your own.
it was so funny because I was seeing it in participants too, but not
Yeah.
when I did it then. But then when I went to chat, then I saw it again.
Yeah, it's under chat. It says 1.
Okay.
Okay, but you already found it. Bye.
Okay.
Well, it is 8 o'clock. Do we have any other questions?
If you have any questions, you can write it in the Facebook page and we'll be checking.
So
I just
if I
want to
can,
thank all of you for really, putting a lot into this. Very helpful.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
we
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.